All right, it's Leah here coming at you from the CrossFit Kids Room for a Memorial Day update. I know these two things seem unrelated, but I first wanted to share this. What these cuties are doing back here, they've got radishes, cucumbers, snow peas, green beans, lima beans, lettuce, and carrots. And it's all coming up. They're gonna do a little raised garden bed out back for the summer session, which is the one that starts at the end of June. So they have like a 2-week break there in June, and then the summer session will get to enjoy a little bit of the garden and things. So kids class just crushing it back here. Okay, so Murph, a lot of people are asking, today's the perfect day to answer the questions because the workout today is kind of like a Murph taste test. So this is like our Murph practice run. So as you're looking at your workout today, you're able to be like, okay, I'm gonna wear a vest today. Let's just call it that. Or I'm gonna do this option for pull-ups or push-ups today. In 20 minutes, how many do I get? And based on that, I can say, okay, in 60 minutes, how many do I think I'm gonna be able to do? And that's gonna help us choose a really good scale for Murph, because it's just like, I'm thinking about this because we had the Special Olympics powerlifting meet, like no lifter wants to bomb out. You want at least one good lift on the board. So you have 3 attempts at the bench press. You want to be successful in at least one of those. And I think about workouts like Murph in the same way, like you want to finish it. Like whatever scale you choose, however you decide to partition it, if you decide to wear a vest for all of it, part of it, whatever, like you just want to finish it and you want to feel successful in that. So the way Monday is going to work is also helpful information. And that is, we're gonna do 3 heats this year. In the past, we've only ever done 2. 3 is a little bit better. I think there was one year we did 3 and there was like a 10 a.m. heat and it just was like too hot, too late in the day. It wasn't very popular and it was really hot for that heat. So instead of tacking one on the end, we're gonna bump everything up. So there'll be a 7:30, 8:30, and 9:30 a.m. heats. Those are 1-hour heats. And what they're gonna look like is literally a quick 10-minute warm up with the coach. So Nate and I will kind of take turns coaching that day. Maybe some other coaches will come in if it's a bigger heat. But a quick 10-minute warm up. The longer the workout, the shorter the warm up. So that's not the best time, especially because some heats may be really large. We're not capping this and not something you have to sign up for. That's not the best time to be like, hey, so I was thinking. It's like, we need quick answers. So if you have questions about Murph, get them answered today. Like I said, is a great opportunity to be like, hey, I did this on the workout today. What would be a good plan for Murph? That way next Monday when you come in, you feel like you already have a plan, okay? So when you come in, quick 10-minute warm up with the coach. 10 minutes into the class, that heats clock will start. And it is a 60-minute clock, but you only have the floor for 50 more minutes because the next heat's gonna start. So that means in the last 10 minutes of those 60 minutes, you gotta get out the door, okay? So ideally that means you're going out the door for your last run, for your last 800, 1200 mile, however you choose to do that. But you just have to clear the floor because the next heat's coming on. So we have 2 clocks, so we'll keep that clock rolling for that first heat, and we'll use this other clock for the second heat. And then same thing for the second and the third heat. So we're not doing drop-ins on Monday. If someone does a drop-in on the website, they're not gonna be able to schedule time on Monday. It is members only. However, it is day 1 of Bring a Friend Week. So all next week, you can bring a friend to any class. All the classes are gonna have they're gonna be very friendly workouts, okay? So we're not gonna be doing like snatches and muscle ups next week, but they'll still be like good hard workouts for members, but things that like we could easily partner, or it's very accessible movements. That way the coaches can easily incorporate someone who's maybe never done CrossFit before. So it's a great week for someone to come try this out. We have a couple things in relationship to Bring a Friend Week. Number one, they do not have to come to class with you. So someone may come to class and they can say, I'm here for Bring a Friend Week, and there'll be a sign-in sheet and they'll say who their friend is, even if that friend's not at that class. Okay, so if you have someone who's in that boat where they just can't come to class with you, but they still want to come, that's fine. You still brought a friend, okay? The other thing is our referral program. You may have seen the posters up in the bathroom and by the door. We have adjusted it slightly if you've ever taken advantage of it in the past. It is get 50, give 50. Coaches also have little business cards just to remind you of that. So if you're ever, not just Bring a Friend Week, but ever like, hey, I have this friend, I think they might like this, or like, I really want my spouse to come, like they can give you this card and be like, hey, here's what you do. There's a QR code that you scan, and that's just you giving me information about this friend. That way I can also extend them an invite and let them know like, hey, if you do come, then your friend gets $50 off their membership and you also get $50 off your first month. And just inviting them so it's not just you, they know now they've heard from a coach. So that's the referral program. So keep that in mind next week. If you have a friend who can't come next week, but you think they would be good, then refer them, let me reach out to them and share that with them. And maybe just hearing from somebody will be the little shove that they need to kind of walk in the door, because we all know that's the hardest part. So that is Murph. That is Bring a Friend Week. If you have any questions on these two topics, let me know. If you have any questions on this adorableness, ask the CrossFit Kids coaches because they're crushing it. All right. Thank you guys.